Hello, hello, hello. This month of October is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And this dates back to October 1985, when the first organized movement started as a partnership between the American Cancer Society and the pharmaceutical division of Imperial Chemical Industries, which is now, very interestingly, the famous AstraZeneca. And of course, the objective was to bring attention to the dangers of breast cancer. Now, according to World Health Organization, cancer is a large group of diseases that can start in almost any organ or tissue of the body when abnormal cells grow uncontrollably and they go beyond their usual boundaries to invade adjoining parts of your body and or spread to other organs. Cancer is the second leading cause of death globally, accounting for an estimated 9.6 million deaths or 1 in 6 deaths. Lung, prostate, colorectal, stomach, and liver cancer are the most common type of cancer in men, whilst breast, colorectal, lung, cervical, and thyroid cancer are the most common among women. Beyond the patient, the cancer burden exerts tremendous physical, emotional, and financial strain on the individual and their families. Today, joining me are 3 cancer survivors. Firstly, we have Mrs. Azlina Abdullah, who hails from Taipei, and she is a breast cancer survivor. She's also a volunteer leader in MAKNA for the northern region. She has undergone surgeries and also gone through both radiotherapy and chemo. Then we have this lovely couple, Mr. Sunny Lim, who was diagnosed with multiple myeloma in 2016 and have undergone chemotherapy, stem cell transplants, as well as traditional Chinese methods, TCM. And Theresa Liu, who is married to Sunny, suffered 2 separate cancer diagnoses, ovarian and uterine cancer. She has gone through keyhole surgery and total hysterectomy. So, they're here to share with us today. So, I want you guys to show them lots of love, be generous with love, and hit the emoji button and keep on sending the love to them, alright? Now, this is no flow to the questions. I'm just going to throw out questions, and I would love for the 3 of you to jump in and answer the questions as comfortably as you can. But permit me and excuse me, because I might be asking you some painful questions about, how you went through such a difficult situation. So my first question would be, how did you feel when you first received the news or the diagnosis?
I'll take that one. Just normal, expected, because the family has a history of cancer. So it was no shock to me. It was quite normal, just to undergo all the procedures.
Okay, so you accepted it very well in that way.
Yes.
All right. And what about Theresa or Sunny? How did you feel when you first received the news that you were diagnosed with cancer?
I thought the doctor was joking with me.
So it was disbelief on your part.
Totally disbelief.
Did you consult many doctors?
No, I did not consult a second opinion because this doctor is my gynae. So I never thought of consulting anyone, and he's actually highly experienced. So I trust him fully.
Okay.
Well, for me, I wasn't really shocked in any way, but quite easily acceptable. If it happens,
Wow.
it happens. But the only thing is, I was reading on, we use our Facebook and whatever social media to find out about things. And I asked my doctor, I said, I'm just a layman, but from what I read about chemotherapy, is something to benefit the, pharmacies and doctors and all that. So I said, what if I do not go for the chemotherapy? And my doctor told me very simply and straightforwardly, you die. So that's a
Oh,
shock.
that's really in black and white. No mincing of the
Yes,
words.
yes, yes. That's
Okay.
why one of the messages that we would like to bring to the medical profession is, please be more considerate for the patient's feelings.
Patients and
Yes.
families feeling. It is quite a big shock.
Yeah, and maybe
Yes.
stand by a psychiatrist as well.
Oh yeah.
Counselor. Yes. Which brings me to the next question. Can you share with us how you broke the news to your family or to your close friends?
Oh, I can answer that. Actually, my wife was with me when we received the news, and straight away I told her, do not let the family know yet, because my parents right now they are 90 over years old.
Okay.
So in consideration of their age and how they would react and take the message. So
Yes.
I really didn't want many people to know. In fact, I also didn't want my friends and relatives to know, because it was a little bit denial or whatever you call it. But I didn't want people to know. And what I did in hospital was, when I was lying in ICU and sort of like don't know if I will survive, I was thinking, if I don't let people know, then I don't even tell them goodbye. So I was
Yeah.
sending text messages, where people send me posters and all that about life and things like that, life and death and all that. So happened I received quite a few of that. So I started sending out to some of my close relatives and friends, and somehow they got the feeling that something is wrong with me, and they started calling Teresa and asked, what is happening to Sunny? What is happening to Sunny? Then she had no choice but to tell them, and that's how.
Yeah. Because you look like a very jovial, very positive guy. So I'm sure they notice a difference if you were not your jovial self.
Yeah, yeah.
True.
Most people would like, if they are close enough to you, they will
Yeah.
know your character well, and if something that's out
I
of the
miss.
norm, they would sort of like pick it up in a way.
Yeah. And
I
Azlina,
was
for yourself, how did you break it to your family?
My working partner was the first one to know.
Okay.
So when I said, he asked me, just now you saw doctor, what was the verdict? Oh, cancer. He said, are you sure? The doctor right or not? Because I'm very active. My staff are one third as active as me. So he
Okay.
said, if you are down with cancer, then you tell me there are zombies downstairs.
Okay, all right. I had a very close friend who was diagnosed with cancer, and he totally withdrew from any contact with friends. Totally, no one could contact him. And years later, when he was in remission and I bumped into him, I asked him why, because we were really close. And his response
Mm.
was, what can you do? So I think it's like you say, it's like a denial. It's like I felt that he felt that there was a stigma, and I think most of all, he did not want people to pity him. I think that was a sense that I got. But I feel
Maybe,
that yeah, yes. But I
maybe he
feel
does
that
not want to be pitied, or maybe he just thinks that death is the sentence and he doesn't want other people to feel the pain.
yeah, that's right. But sometimes I feel that that's when your close friends, your loved ones, can be there to be really to form, an army of support for the people. But then of course there are always the
Strongly
people
agree with
who,
that.
yeah. You agree with my friend for
I strongly agree with your point on that,
mm,
because when I was in hospital fighting for my life, and people through messages and through my wife Teresa, they started to realize what I was going through. And the first reaction, they'll say, "Oh, we will pray for you." You know, whatever religion, whether Muslim, Christian, Buddhist, whatever religion, the reaction was, "We wish you well. We will pray for you." And somehow, I don't know if you all believe it or not, I felt all these prayers and all these good wishes
Positive vibes.
and
Yes.
positive vibes coming to me, and I think this really actually helped in a way for me to get better.
Yes, I believe so.
And
Religion aside, but I think the fact that a lot of people are sending you love and their thoughts will give you a very warm feeling that people do
Positive
care.
energy.
Yeah, the positive energy. Yes,
Positive energy
even the
is
feeling that,
medicine.
oh, please get well,
yes,
you know, I could feel it coming.
You feel
that's
the
so good.
love.
That's so good. Yeah, it's the love. Like I say, hey guys, send us love. That's why when on my Facebook, I always ask people, send me love, because I need to feel your energy as I stand here talking by myself into a camera. So when you see that the emoji coming out, you feel like okay, there are people with you. So those silent actions does create some form of energy, the warmth that they send you through the hearts. So what stage were you when you were diagnosed with cancer? Was it like really into a very strong stage 1, stage 2 already?
Mine was
So,
supposed to be stage 3 in a way, because mine is actually a blood cancer, that is
Yeah.
multiple myeloma, and my first symptom was back pain.
Okay.
See, I had
okay.
it in 2016 when I was 56 years old. And
That's quite recent, huh? 2016.
yeah, almost 5 years.
Yeah.
And you know, when in April actually I lifted something and I hurt my back, like sort of twisted it, and I had persistent back pains until one day in November I could hardly walk. So I went to a specialty center to take an X-ray. I thought it was a slip disc or something, and they told
Okay.
me that I fractured 3 bones in my spine. I was
Oh dear.
so upset. I said, if you fracture one bone, you cannot even move. Don't tell me I fractured 3 bones in my spine. And they referred me to a bone specialist, and then tests were done and all that, and to find out what caused it. And they found that this cancer in my blood called multiple myeloma actually attacked my bones to the point
Oh.
that the column collapsed, and
Spinal column.
and my whole body, all the bones are very porous like sponge now.
Oh.
Think about it.
That's why the frequent back aches.
Yes, that was the
I
main cause
see.
of it. But
And what about you?
miraculously,
Oh, definitely when you have backache, you can't sleep. Even if it was not cancer, there was any form of backache, you can't sleep.
yeah, I could hardly move at all. And then when I was in hospital, they had those remote things to move my bed, and I was telling everyone, you don't touch it, you don't touch it. If you need me to position myself, you let me know, because it's very painful. I got to do it very slowly.
Okay.
And all that.
My
And then
goodness.
slowly, I was even put on morphine to overcome the pain.
Oh, all right.
So
Dear.
slowly, I told the nurses to cut off all this painkiller, and I just fight the pain myself. As
Fighter.
I have been fighting. Yeah,
You're a fighter.
one by one, everything. Because even after going through chemotherapy, my organs fail, my heart fail, my lungs fail,
Wow.
my kidney fail. So they put all sorts of machines on me, and I said, I'm
Scary.
not going to be living being supported by machine. So one by one, I just fight it off, and I told the hospital staff there to take it away, stop the machine and all that. And the doctors were all so panicky. And then even the morphine and the painkiller, I stopped taking, and the doctor was asking the nurses, why did you all stop this? He said the patient asked to stop it. So one by one, I stopped everything, and I recovered, and thankfully I can walk and run today.
Wow.
Of that backache. And the motivation and the inspiration is something I like to share with all cancer patients. Fight it and win it.
Yep, you are definitely very cheerful person. What about you, Theresa? How was
Can you
your
guys
journey?
Can you guys imagine what kind of pressure and terror that I have to go through when he was having all these things? It was
Yeah.
terrible, you know.
Yes.
Itched me overnight, honestly. For me, I was in total denial in the very first place. The minute the
Mm.
doctor told me, because like what Azlina, right?
Yeah.
Said,
Yes.
I was a very active person, uh, energizer bunny.
Ah, okay.
I said, how
You're like
can
you're like
this
the bunny in the energizer battery.
yes, yes, yes. I said, how can this happen to me? Not possible lah. You know, that's why I thought the doctor was joking with me initially. You see,
Okay.
until he gave me the report, I read it, and then I looked up at in total disbelief because it's not one cancer but was two types of cancer simultaneously.
Oh, so the two types of cancer was diagnosed was happening at the same time.
Yes, so it was a double
Wow.
cancer. I said,
Wow.
can't be, you know, I got to reread the medical report two, three times, you see, to let it sink in. Of course, total denial, but later, while I was in the hospital, 3 weeks laid up, you know, total rest in bed, one surgery after another, I have to accept lah. I have to accept it. You see, so from denial phase go to anger,
Okay.
anger at why,
Why
which is
me?
natural.
Yes.
Why me? Why? What did I do wrong? I didn't do
Yeah.
anything. I was a good daughter, good wife, good, you know, good staff, good everything. What did I do wrong? No, start to question. I think this is a very normal and universal uh, path and process that all cancer patients will go through. Okay?
Yes.
Until I ordered the nurse never let anyone into my hospital room except three persons: my doctor, my husband, and my mother.
Okay. You just didn't want to see anyone.
Even no, no, I just refused to see anybody. Even my boss came more
Hmm.
than once. I said no, because denial is one thing, but I really look like a rat. I can't recognize myself in the mirror. True. I really cannot recognize. Finally, when I managed to get up from bed, to walk to the toilet with the assistance of my husband, I pass a mirror and I look and say, who is that? I cannot recognize myself in the mirror. I look totally different from now and or then.
Okay.
See, it was that bad.
Okay. What a journey, huh? Not a very bad journey, yeah. But you survived that journey. Azlina, what about yourself? Share a bit of your journey with
Uh,
us.
Also the same as her because I was very active. In fact, I was at that time very active with my orphanage. I have a home for children. I had 40 that time.
40.
And yeah,
Wow.
40 children who are either single parent or completely orphan. And I also had two old people who I was looking after at that time.
Wow. You've
So,
got such a generous heart.
uh, so it was like, where did I go wrong? Now, what else is God trying to tell me? He
Ah,
must be trying to tell me to do something, but what is it?
Yes.
And then suddenly, out of nowhere, came the MAKNA executive who dropped by to see me after she got my name and number from a friend.
Okay.
So she came to see me, and her first question was, "Can I borrow you for the day?" That was 2008 in June.
Okay.
And she asked my husband, "Can I borrow her for the day?" And he said, "Okay." And that was when I stepped on the MAKNA wagon and have never left.
Ah. Hey, only one door, right? You enter, then
I
you cannot
stepped
come
on the
out.
MAKNA wagon and I've never left.
Yeah, you volunteer for Magna, right? And you lead the
Yes,
Northern, yeah.
yeah, I do training programs, I do home visits, I do whatever is necessary,
That's good. Imagine that, huh?
especially counseling.
So
especially
since
counseling.
what year was that you were diagnosed?
2007.
And since then you have been volunteering with MAKNA.
Yes, yes.
So you have seen and
I also
counseled
have
many
my own.
patients.
I also have my own things going, but
Wow.
I am more active with MAKNA than with anything else.
You know, you are really a source of inspiration, despite having what people would think like is such a terminal disease. You have
Oh, cancer
overcome the
won't kill
disease.
you.
Yeah. But see, when people think that they have the big C, instant fear,
Yes.
all sorts of fear. But you have
Immediately
actually
they think of
proven,
death.
yeah, you have proven that even with this disease, you can do so much more for the
Of course.
community. Yeah. You are doing more than a healthy person can do sometimes.
That is why we are
Inshallah.
here actually. Sorry, that
Yes,
is why
Sunny?
we are here
Come again?
actually. That is why we are here actually, because we have gone through this and we know what it's like to be alone in a hospital bed, not knowing what is happening, you know, and we like to share this with everyone. Touch wood, if you know get into this kind of situation, or especially new cancer patients
News situations.
who really at a loss, you know, so we are there to visit them in the hospitals, in their homes, to advise them, because we have gone through it and we know, you know.
Yes.
Feeling the
And
sensation.
actually, both of us, we have joined a few cancer survivor groups, knowing that, you know, this is actually what is lacking in our
Yeah.
society.
Yeah, I do
One
agree
of
with you.
Yeah, so we find that MAKNA is one of the, I think I may be biased, but I consider the best cancer support group so far that I've come across.
Well, definitely the famous ones that we reach out to when we were looking to work with cancer societies. So that's great to hear that you are also very active in MAKNA in helping other patients and even the family, because I think the sometimes we tend to forget the families of the cancer patient also suffer a lot because they do not
They
know
need
how to
more
deal.
support than the patient.
Yes, yes. They sometimes they need more of the support. And even as friends, sometimes when our friends are diagnosed with cancer, we don't know the right things to say to
Yeah.
them, without being coming across as fake or coming across as we can't do anything, that sort of thing. So that is really great. So what other message would you like to provide to others who may be suffering from cancer right now?
Okay. Every morning I do my good morning messages to all the cancer volunteers in my group. Okay, so the minute I don't appear or I appear late, the question is, where is Mama? Something has happened.
Oh, they call you
But nothing
Mama.
has
That's good.
happened. I'm just testing the flow. Uh, you never know when one of them really needs that good morning message to give them the effort and the strength to move again the next day. Cancer, actually, if you ask yourself, when you had this present from God, it is a chance for a second life to make a better life for yourself and for those surrounding you. It's our deposit for the other side.
I like the three of you.
Agree?
You are so jovial. You are so
It's
positive.
our deposit for the other side. We are going naked. We have nothing.
We are going naked. Yeah, we came naked, so we're going naked.
Yes. So we need to put a deposit there before we go.
Okay, okay. Put more deposits.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to do.
That's good. I'm sure you're doing
My
that. And what?
version,
Yes,
my
Sunny and
version
Teresa.
of it is, okay. My version of it is, why I didn't die is because I'm not good enough to go to heaven. So God pushed me back down here.
God
You
said,
do
be
more,
good
you do
first.
more, otherwise you go to hell.
No, Sunny.
So
God is saying, you have unfinished business to do. Still, there's still work for you left here to
yeah,
do.
yeah, I have not done enough. And anyway, so my message to the everyone there is, cancer is not the end of the world, right? A
Yes.
lot of people, I mean, in the past, they say, oh, once you get cancer, finish.
Habis.
Bye-bye.
But in today's with new technology, new medicine and research and all that, there is a hope. I'm not saying guarantee you'll be well and all that. I mean, that is we can't say that to you, but there are so many survivors today, and that's why you can see even MAKNA has got a special group of survivors to share with you. All right, it's not the end of the world. There is hope. Listen to your doctors. Take the medicine. Do not go for supplements and traditional
Yes.
Chinese herbs and boho
No
and all that.
supplement shopping.
Until you finish your treatment. And maybe you can check with your doctors. And if you do want to go for this traditional, especially Chinese, the government has set up one in Institute Cancer Negara in Putrajaya, where they have a special department. They even have acupuncture and they have herbal medicine to treat you.
At least it's governed.
To kill all the cancer cells. Then after that, if you want to replenish your body nourishment and things like that, you can go and consult them with a consent letter from your doctor.
Okay, that's good. I didn't know that. That's news.
That is quite important to know. And your body needs nourishment, especially when you're going for chemotherapy. You're nauseous, and you don't have appetite. You lose the taste in your taste buds and things like that. So you listen to a lot of advice, especially even the nutritionists in the hospitals. You only eat this. You don't eat this. Please, at that time, you're not going to be a glutton and gobble up everything. Eat whatever you can moderately, because you're not going to eat a lot, and your body needs it.
Needs the nutrition.
A little bit of salt, a little bit of sugar is okay, because your taste buds is already not so sensitive and everything is so bland. So you give them porridge and fish. So bland.
Okay,
their
Sunny.
appetite is already not good, so they are not getting enough nourishment for their body on the part of it. All right, and like what some of you say, do not ask why me. There's why me.
There's no answer.
Yep, exactly. There's no answer why me, right?
Why me?
So always stay positive, always be motivated, and be very determined to fight and win this battle with cancer. Whatever you do, you win it first. You survive it.
Then you talk.
And then you talk. No, then you do the work that you're supposed to do.
Yes.
Yeah, correct. All the unfinished business.
Yes, all the unfinished
like
business.
Mama Lina said, this is actually I would view it now as a second chance in life. See, and change. Well, for me, I totally changed my lifestyle, and which is actually for the better.
Right.
And nowadays, I get to smell the flowers, smell the roses.
Your values and
enjoy life.
Your values and your
Enjoy
priorities
life.
change. Yes.
Correct.
You know what's really important to you now. That's
Yes.
good. That's good.
Previously, I don't even know the flower or the rose exists right in front of my face.
Yeah, you're so busy working.
What others think or say doesn't matter. No supplements.
Correct.
No advice from all the Dr. Bawang. You got a lot of Dr. Bawang out there who are more experienced than the specialist.
Okay.
The specialists also lose out to them. They got a lot of unwanted advice. Eat what you want, enjoy what you want, do what you want.
Okay.
That is the best. You will
Be happy. Yes, be happy. That's the most important thing. Because when you're happy, you'll be positive. You cannot be happy and negative. Thank
Nobody
you so
will
much.
be negative when you're not happy.
Thank you so much. These are just like,
later.
these are just like common sense, good advice that people all forget. They're looking for some miracle advice when it's just applying your common sense and just live life happily.
One last thing, Ying.
Yes,
remember, when you are diagnosed as a cancer patient, your right cheek has an R, your left cheek has an M. People look at you and say they can make RM out of you. So they start telling you all the wonderful things that the earth can supply. All the rubbish. It's
Okay.
not going to help you, it's going to kill you. So
Yeah.
avoid them.
Okay. So thank you so much, Azlina, Sunny, and Theresa. I would like to say I'm very impressed by your courage and your endurance. And mostly, I am very happy to see all your three smiles. You know, since we started the talk, even before we went on air, you guys were smiling and laughing. I think it's wonderful, right? It's wonderful. You know, ladies and gentlemen, cancer is such a challenging illness for anyone and their loved ones to handle. It not only creates complications for one person, but changes the lives of many over the course of the diagnosis, the disease, and the treatment. Whilst we see Azlina, Sunny, and Teresa smiling happily, I am sure they have undergone a lot of challenges that we won't even begin to understand or know. And we should be so blessed that we do not know such pain, you know. Now, it is known that it's known fact that dioxins and dioxin-like compounds, benzene and asbestos, all have been classified as carcinogenic. As far back as the 1930s, industrial smoke and tobacco smoke were identified as sources of dozens of carcinogens, including formaldehyde used in embalming and making plastics. The manufacture and production of chemicals far exceeds the number of chemicals that are tested for safety. EPA has more than 85,000 chemicals listed on its inventory of substances that fall under the Toxic Substances Control Act. And so far, only 9 has been banned. So we come into contact with many of the chemicals every single day. We come in contact with them. Not all of them, but we do come in contact with them. And if that isn't enough of concern to cause concern, the shocking fact is that only 1% of these 85,000, or I would say that less than 1% of these 85,000 are tested or studied for safety. So this is a thought I'd like to leave with you today. It makes sense that when there are good alternatives for our daily cleaning, like using the Norwex cloths, the mops, the towels, the sponges, with just water, plain old H2O, you can replace the need to use a variety of liquid detergents or personal care products, thus reducing your daily contact to potentially harmful chemicals. So, in support of Breast Cancer Month, Norwex will have a promotion around the 3rd week of October. So do watch out for our promotion flyer. And we want to count on your support, Norwex consultants. We want to count on your support because as part of the proceeds from these items that we are promoting, we want to donate it to MAKNA. And we are hoping to reach a sum of 10,000 ringgit for this year's donation, similar like what we did last year. So I count on your support and I thank you and I wish you love and strength always. Thank you, Azlina, Sunny, and Teresa. Bye-bye.
Thank
for having
you.
us. Thank you for
Bye.
having